Alright, this is national license A3, national license A, challenge A3. This is Toyota Prius going around Pouhon in Spa-Francorchamps, and this is I already put out a video describing an easy way to do this. This is a video describing the hard way to do this. There will be, as always, another video with the sound, and you can check out, because I feel like especially in this one sound is very important. So here's how it's gonna go down. You accelerate down the straight, don't forget to switch gears at the right moment. They drag on a little bit at the limiter, so make sure you don't short shift and don't hit the rev limiter either. So here we go, and I think that might be important, might not be important. I start a bit to the left of the track, then I move to the right of the track. I move on the curb. Well, this is on purpose. I then hit the brake as I turn, and that I'm not sure if the rear wheels actually hit the grass, but I get a lot of rotation like that. Maybe just the curb itself is slippery, I'm not sure, but you want to be you want to be on the curb when you do it, and you might want to be in the center, because it's like the famous Scandinavian flick. Scandinavian flick is basically, you know, physics-based trick, which you quickly turn to one side and then quickly turn to the opposite side. So it makes the car unbalanced, it breaks the rear grip and helps return. So that's partially what I did here, but the move from left to right is such a small distance, it's basically negligent. So maybe it's not necessary to do that, not 100%. But alright, let's actually. So yeah, I brake here. It's quite a long way since the corner, because Pouhon isn't a corner where you go in braking. Pouhon is a corner that you carry speed through, so you brake lightly but early. And in this case, it might be earlier than usual, because like here you can it's pointless to count because there are so many, but if you want to have a reference point, you can either count, like for example, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 posts between this and your car, or you can count however many. Like it's common, especially I think in GT6, to count the squares of the curb, the colored squares of the curb, but that's quite a lot. And I think in this case, when we're taking the corner the way I'm taking the corner now, you brake even earlier than when you brake. I think this is earlier than the easy way, quote unquote. And the reason for that is because the car understeers. So what you actually do, you brake very slightly. You lock up rears a little bit. Maybe it hits the grass, maybe it hits, maybe just the curb is slippery. The car gets a lot of rotation to the left. And part of the reason why you start braking so early, so far away from the corner, is because you're not aiming for the corner. The car is understeering. If you're aiming for the corner, you're never gonna get to the corner. You're gonna wash out somewhere off the track. So you aiming, when I turn, I aim somewhere like here, next to the corner. This is my apex that I aim for. And if the car had perfect grip, it would cut the corner. But because the car is understeer, it slides. It slides. The corner actually looks weird like that, but anyway, here is the tricky part comes. When the car starts sliding, I immediately start accelerating, because accelerating is important. As I said, this is the corner that you carry the speed through. But here is the thing that I couldn't get quite right. You want to aim even shorter than usual, right? Because under steady car you always aim before the apex, but in this case you want to aim even more into the corner, into the grass. You want to aim more into cutting the corners than usual, because when you start throttling in a front wheel drive car, there's even less front grip available, so get understeer even harder. But you want to start accelerating as soon as possible. So basically here, for example, if I go like this, the car already straightened out, it would cut through the corner. But here I start throttling on max power, and this was the tricky thing to get, because if you aim, it's a bit hard to explain because it's all connected obviously. If you aim like I'm aiming at very like this is a long way off for the corner, yeah, somewhere like here, like I pointed out. So pat myself on the back, I pointed out correctly where I was aiming, even though that's a pretty old video. This is the video from, I gotta tell you, 11 days ago. Yeah, so, but yeah, aim here. But in the previous videos I aimed a bit further out of the corner, not quite that drastically early. But the trick was that you're washing out, you're still washing out, you're full throttle, you're washing out. So I had to let go of the throttle through here. I had to feather the throttle through here, so I would not hit those cones. So this was the tricky part, to find that place in the corner which you aim for, that would allow you to jam the throttle in a manner that would allow you to maximize the track width. And basically you just jam the throttle throughout the rest of the corner if you get it right. I'm actually pretty proud of the way I took this. So yeah, you aim early, then you start, half throttling, then you see that it's sort of by sound, partially by sound. Actually, I'll even play with sound a little bit. What the hell did I just do? Oh, there we go. Anyway, yeah, you can see, like, it's very brief there, right? It's very brief. There, it lets go. For a second there, it stops. There is a drop in the sound, and that's when you know you can jam the throttle, because it sort of regains that grip. And then starts squealing again because you're on power again. You're because it's understeer. But yeah, basically it's to describe this in a more easy fashion than I am already yapping on for 10 minutes. It's you drop the car's rear so it rotates. You basically sliding. You lock the rear, whatever it is. Maybe it's because it's on a curb, maybe it's because it's on the grass, maybe it's just because you lock with a brake. You lock it, the car starts rotating to the left. And the trick here would be to aim at that perfect location where you are hitting the apex despite understeering, and when you can hit the throttle earliest without washing out and hitting those cones. So yeah, that's all for that. And again, sorry it's so long. It's just hard to explain. It's a lot in the feeling of how it goes. But yeah, basically aim under steady car, aim before the apex. Experiment with the perfect spot to aim for, so you can throttle out the earliest. And yeah, to lock the rears, don't step on the brake, don't slam on the brake. If you slam on the brake, you're gonna, in this game, particular game, you're gonna lock the fronts. You want to go for like half the power of the brake, so you lock the rears. So you start rotating where you turning your wheel off. On the side you're turning your wheel too. So you're gonna start rotating, sliding that way. Make sure you aim before the corner, so you account for the steer, and aim at the location that allows you to throttle earliest. Yeah, I think that's the best summary of that. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll try to do better for next videos, because that's a shitty explanation, I feel. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.